Hello, this is Ivan. This is another video making it about ISON, an update about ISON, all you need to know. I make a video, a last video in English about ISON, all you have to know, and I explain about some things that it will happen with this new comet, and it's exactly what's happening right now. This picture do you see right here right now, this is ISON, the comet. The picture was took in April 2013, but it was published on July 2013. And it looks like we have only three pieces or something else, but it's not a complete comet like it's supposed to be, but it just looks like that way. It's not really that. I'm going to explain in this video why we have this image, and I'm going to tell you what's the new update. First of all, this photo was took by the Hubble telescope, and the reason why it looks like this is because something we call parallax. This is parallax, in case if you don't understand what I'm saying. This is a little example of what a parallax is. Parallax is the view of an object from different points. It look different. That's the point. Example in A and B. If you're looking at one object from A or B point, you're gonna look two different things different. The object itself and the background itself. That's what happened. Now I bring this up because the picture took it by the telescope on April, and it was published in July, that it looks like they look like a three pieces. It just looks that way because this is the reason. First of all, the Hubble telescope orbits the Earth every 95 minutes, and another thing is the speed of the Hubble telescope. It's about 4.6 miles per second. So if you imagine that speed and around the planet, you probably concur with me that it's a very high speed. Now every time the Hubble make one turn around the air and it's looking at an object, it will lose the object immediately. So every time they got the chance, it take a picture of the universe with the object, and every time it's on the other position or something like that, it took another picture. Every time the Hubble make another turn around the air, take another picture. But every time the Hubble turns or orbits the air, the Hubble changes position. It's not gonna be always on the same spot. You probably look at this thing before. We see the Hubble telescope from time to time from Houston, and it keep moving around the planet on different cities. That's the normal point. Well, this is what the parallax get in conflict with these pictures that we see it. That it looks wrong. It looks like some, but it's not like that. It's just normal. And this is an example right here. Pretend this is the Hubble telescope, and this is our Comet ISON. Every time the Hubble take a picture, it will look different if it's in a point A or if in a point B. The background and everything. Now another point to look at these pictures that Hubble takes to the ISON comet is the following. This is it. This is the page, the website for the Hubble site, the Hubble telescope. This is the website for the telescope, and actually it has a little details on this part right here about this image, and I give you some samples in here. Every picture was taken in a 450 seconds of exposure. It took actually three pictures, and what NASA did is they put together, and that's why they looks like that. Now in my opinion, probably they make a little mistake because it make you think something that is not real, but probably they're busy, they got so many things to do, they got like 30,000-40,000 pictures of ISON. They cannot publish all these pictures because it's too much. Believe me, if you do astrophotography, you will understand what I'm saying. I do that. I take hundreds of pictures of the moon and the universe, but I only publish 2-3 pictures on my pages. So now I'm gonna give you an example of this of what is to mean what is to take a pictures with the different exposure time, like 2, 3, 4 seconds, because I done it before and I can prove to you that this picture it come like that sometimes because the exposure that you use on the cameras. Now remember this, the Hubble is a very sophisticated telescope. It costs about 2 billions or something like that. And also you need to take a look at the speed of the comet. It's moving pretty faster, so it's kind of hard to get a picture from a telescope that is in motion. It's moving, it's orbiting, plus a picture of an object that is moving at high speed and is close compared to the galaxy, to the stars and all that stuff. Now I'm going to show you some of the pictures in here. You remember the comet Pam-Star? It was visible around March 2013. I see it in here in Houston. I'm going to show you some pictures and show you with evidence that it's common, it's normal when you see this kind of distortion on the pictures and make you believe there is 2 or 3 objects. It all depends of the camera, depends of the exposure time. Now, if I don't mistake, right here, this is the first picture I took, right here. You see this one? Well, that's the comet Pam-Star. Too much distortion in here, but in here it kind of looks normal, right? It kind of looks like a behave like a nucleus in there and a coma. Now I want to see the properties of this picture to see. I want to get to this point. I took the picture with the Rebel T4i. I used 100 millimeters looking lens, and the exposure time was a half a second. Now let's see something else. I took the picture from Houston. I remember the day. It was people. I was standing in a place, and there were another people, and they're trying to look at the Pam-Star comet. Nobody see it. This is picture after picture, a different exposure, different aperture, and I remember seeing some different persons in there. Okay, I want to get to one of these pictures. Well, the point is they left. I was probably waiting from around 6 or something like that. I think the comet started being visible after sunset, around 8 o'clock p.m. And I did not see it with my eyes, with the naked eyes. I only see it through the camera every time I took the picture, because the exposure time, the aperture, it was only visible through my camera. And it's too much pollution in Houston. But I want to get to this point. This picture right here, I took it on March 11, and like I say, I was in Houston. But this is, I want to get to this point. This was with 400 millimeters lens. The exposure time was 1/3 of a second. Now the next day, that was 11 March 11. The next day, the 12 and the 13, I went out of town. I went like maybe 45 minutes away from Houston, and it's less pollution. I got some pictures in here. It was a crescent moon and the comet. Right here, that's the comet, and that's the moon. And as you can see this picture, it was a little bit better, clear skies and less pollution, like I say. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can kind of look this what I'm talking about. Right here, the comet and the crescent moon. Now the properties of this picture was, I used a small lens, 100 millimeters lens, in 2.5 seconds. Now it doesn't that much difference because it was a small lens. I can keep showing more pictures, but I want to make this video short. I published some of these pictures on my Facebook. Some of you guys probably see it. This is another one right here. You see, I was using different setups, and I didn't publish all of them. I just published like 2 or 3 pictures. This is one of them. It was on March 12, 2013, 8:10 p.m. See, that's the comet, that's the crescent moon. I got some of them, but I want to get to this point. Let me see right here. Okay, there we go. Let me start with the back. Okay, right here I used another lens. It was a thing of 400. Let me see. Yeah, like I say, it was a 400 millimeters lens, but right here the exposure time was 4 seconds. What it means, if you don't know about photography, is the camera took 4 seconds to do the picture. The follow pictures that I'm gonna show you, I was using almost the same setups. It was a 4 or 5 seconds in the same focal length. It was a 400 millimeters. Now I want you to look at this thing. I kind of zoom and it kind of looks normal, right? So far it looks like the nucleus in there and the coma. But look at the next picture. See, before and next. There is a differences on these two pictures. Now start looking like this is something else twisted inside the comet, right? But it's not like that. Let's see. This is the next picture. Now the nucleus looks like it's going to the left. It's tilting to the left. It's tilting to the right. The same way. See if I can go in properties, and all those pictures I took it at the same day, March 12, 8:22 p.m. 5 seconds for 100 millimeters lens. Check this out. The time. It was 8:12, right? 8:22. The first picture was taken at 8:21. So in 1 minute, look the formations. It changed, right? Now look at this one. Right here, it looks another way, different, right? But it's not all. I got some. This is in the moment the moon was setting. It was set, and I have more views of the comet right here. But there's one picture in particular that I want to show you. There we go. See? It looks like it's in this distortion right here. This one right here looks like it's two pieces. See? 1 and 2, right? But look at these properties on this one. It was 6 seconds. In 6 seconds, the camera took the picture. On those 6 seconds, the comet was moving, the planet Earth was moving, and also my camera, even if it's in a tripod, I had it in a tripod, it moves too. Every time you take a picture with the tripod, believe it or not, it moves. The camera, I already noticed, I already see this, it moves. I use a very cheap tripod, like $200, but there's some tripods about $1,000, $1,500, just the tripod. I need to buy one of those to get a better, but that's one of the keys of a very good astrophotography. The tripod, the more expensive, the more heavy it is, the more quality, the more better will be the picture. Less thing like this, you will see it. Now, let's not talking about pictures, right? But I was gonna show you this. Right here is gone. Now this was the last picture I took, and it was at 3:29. So it was starting at 3:21. In about 8 minutes, this is what happened. It moves all the way back here. So it's almost the same. It's almost the same happening with this last picture you see of ISON. There's nothing wrong. It's the picture is completely normal. This one right here, see? And this is the Comet ISON. I mean, I'm sorry, Pam-Star comet. So it happened to me. I know the picture was took it, and it shows something that is not. It's not there. It's just look that way, but it's not. It's nothing wrong. I already said this, so I can tell you guys. There's nothing wrong with the other picture from a ISON, the comet. Now, I'll show you another pictures of the comet. This is a picture took it by a telescope, an observatory called Gemini. This is 4 pictures in here. The first one was taken in February, March, April, and May. They took it like the 3rd and the 4th, almost exactly the same on the next month. But if you see, it looks more closer every new picture, right? It is what's happening with the ISON comet. The more closer it is to us, the better pictures you can take of. Now if you look closer, it doesn't look like 3 pieces. That's probably because it was not taken by the Hubble, which is in motion, but it was taken by the telescope on an observatory in here. So it's more chances to capture a better picture from here that with the telescope that is in motion. But right here you can see the comet. Nothing wrong with this, right? Now, so remember, whenever you see an image like this, there's a lot of videos on the internet talking about this, and Just if you look at my last video, you will see they're talking about end of the world prophecies. They're talking about apocalyptic things. They say this ISON comet is gonna strike earthquakes, floodings, or stuff like that. None of these things that you're looking at those videos is true. It's all false. It's fake. It's not real. This is not the actually comet ISON. It is an image from there, but this is a misunderstood picture by people that probably I don't know what's the purpose. Probably they want to do something. They want to help, or probably they just want to gain something like abuse or gain money or whatever. But I don't look at these people posting these kind of pictures or videos. I don't see people posting things to help others to understand astronomy. I just see people that promote negative things around. And if you want to see how is this what I call as a phenomenon, just click ISON on a search box from YouTube, and you will see all these videos making about ISON, talking about some negative stuff like it's gonna trick, like this one right here. It's gonna trick earthquakes, volcano erupts, and space weather change. And telling you guys it's not true. Some of these videos compare ISON with the Nibiru. It's completely fake. It's not real. NASA lying. I mean, this is a phenomenon. I mean, it really, really surprised me because when I try to research about something and look at videos, I don't see. Maybe there is there, but I don't see a video talking about the real truth. Some about positive things about real astronomy. All these things right here, you see, there are videos that are talking about the end of the war, but bad things is gonna happen. Now, if you look at my last video that I make about ISON in English, you will see that this is exactly what I thought is going to happen. People predicting the end of the war. Doomsday, Comet ISON. This is a phenomenon, guys. A real phenomenon. If you want to get more information about what I'm talking about, this is a phenomenon, look at my last video and then you'll see what I'm talking about now. This is the video I'm talking about. This is the name I gave, ISON Comet, all you need to know. And then this is and a short thing I'm going to tell you this. This is not the first time people predict things. Remember the Maya end of the war in 2012. Remember Elenin, the comet Elenin. You remember the asteroid YU55, and the list can go on and on. There was a prophecy by Nostradamus for May 20, 2012. You remember that one too? We can go on and on. On this video, I'm talking about all those prophecies. It's about 45 minutes video, but I'm talking about that. Now, the point is, this guy right here, he was from Houston. He was an amateur astronomer, and he took a picture of a comet Hale-Bopp in 1994. This is the picture he took. This is a comet, and this is a star. But back then, he thought was a spaceship because it looked like a Saturn. It looked like a. He'd say that it was a spaceship. A spaceship. He called to AM coast to coast and keep telling everybody that this is a spaceship. Eventually, you know what happened. If you look at the video, it was a church in California. It called Gates Heaven. Heaven Gates was the name. The leader was this guy right here, Marshall Applewhite. You probably know what happened. If you don't know, he told the people on the church that they should die so they can go to the spaceship on this comet. It was supposedly the spaceship follow the comet Hale-Bopp and then die, and they will go to the spaceship, go to heaven or something like that. And they did. They actually committed suicide. There was a lot of people who died that day because this. It was about 39 people died a day because that. Other people were so scared back then, and now, if you look at the things, at the phenomenon things that is happening right now with these videos, they're talking about the same thing. That this comet ISON is being followed by a spaceship. That is not a comet. That is this and that. And actually, right here by my video, I don't know why, but you can see all these videos. Most of them doing the same thing. See? That is heading towards Mars. That is return of planet X Nibiru. That it is the Blue Cachina. There's something always gonna come on. But the purpose of the reason why I make these videos right now is because I make a deep research about these things. You know, I'm an astronomer, amateur astronomer. I volunteered to work at the local observatory for about 3.5 years so far, and I talk to astronomers and old people, the real astronomers, and I learn a lot about them. And I can tell you this: do your own real research, use your own work, your own telescopes, your own cameras. Do not base your videos on things that do not belong to you, pictures taken by others, because you probably can confuse them. Like on this case, the picture from NASA, from the Hubble telescope, where you see the three objects in there. In my opinion, was a mistake doing that picture, publish that picture. But if they just publish one picture, one exposure, probably will probably say, well, what's that? So just keep in mind that there's nothing wrong with the Comet ISON. This is a video right here from NASA that I show you what's the path of the Comet ISON. Still the same thing, guys. It doesn't change. It have not changed. What we don't know yet is it's what's gonna happen after the comet turns around the sun. I mean, it's a chance it can still, it keep being bright. It probably can lose the bright. It can become a small. Probably the sun can and reduce their brightness and show it's over. Probably, or probably no. Probably it will be bright. We don't know about how it's gonna behave after turn around the sun. But it's passing on a very very far distance from the planet Earth, and already passed from Mars. So nothing happened to Mars. This is a very cool video that NASA did. I really like this shot right here. Now, before finish this video, there's something else to show you guys. But November, I put this date by November 15 from Houston, Texas. There's a new comet has been discovered. I think it was on September 9 or September 10. It's this one right here. It was named Lovejoy. Now, this is the second Lovejoy comet we have. It was discovered by the first person, Terry Lovejoy. He's from an Australian guy, but I think he's in England now. And the scientific name for the comet is C/2013 R1, aka Lovejoy. Now, this comet is going to start being visible too about October, but by November 15, it looks like there's three comets coming on that date. That's Lovejoy, we expect an ISON, and also there's another comet called 2P Encke. Now, Encke probably will not be visible with the naked eye. It all depends how much pollution it's in the city where you are from. There's a chances that Lovejoy will be visible, but for sure ISON will be. Now, the only way to see these three comets probably will be by doing astrophotography. If you want to try, you can learn, get a YouTube and check some videos how to do it. Or probably too, if you are in a good place, like it's not much pollution in there. You can look at the sky pretty good and see the stars. You probably see this. I will make more videos in the future to keep you updated about these three comets. But this is something real cool, guys. This is something beautiful. There's nothing wrong with the Comet ISON. And now we got three comets showing up at the same time. And for me, it's like something beautiful to look at the space. The creator gives us a big show so we can enjoy it. It's like seeing fireworks or something like that. And then we should enjoy it. And then don't be thinking or worry about any apocalyptic things. Those comets don't bring things like that. They just bring a very nice and beautiful event or show that we can look at the skies. Now, all those links for this video, it will be in the description box in here if you want to take a look on your own. And like always, I want to invite you to get into this page from Facebook. I do in this page right here is everything about astronomy, things that I share with you guys, things that are pictures that I check on my own, and other person's information. If you can, please get into this Facebook page and give me a like, please. Now, this other picture right here is for photography only. It's my tool from Facebook. This is what I'm gonna publish, the first pictures that I take from ISON Comet. I already tried to do it. It was kind of hard. I didn't see any comet. I gotta wake up early in Houston to see it. This is what I get today. It was on September 8th. It's supposed to be around here, the comet, on the day before the sunrise. But I capture Mars, and you can see Jupiter too in the mornings. So if you can, guys, if you don't mind, I will appreciate if you give me a like on this page. So remember, guys, there's nothing wrong with the path, the trajectory of ISON. Everything looks fine so far. We will have a very beautiful show in the skies by November, December. Do not believe those videos about apocalyptic things. They're based on nothing. They're based in misunderstood information that they get in from other, like from NASA. They base the whole thing just on one picture. That's not what science do. So just enjoy these events. It will be a very beautiful comet. If you can, be ready to take pictures. You can learn how to do it. If no, I will do it. If you get into some Facebook pages, you can give me a like, and you will see those nice pictures of Comet ISON. This is what I think is gonna happen. Description. I'm gonna put all the links in the description box of this video. And again, thanks for watching.